Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to talk about how SSH brute force attack works. I will try to simplify this topic as possible as I can. And first I'm going to talk about botnets. So what is a botnet? A botnet is simply a piece of software which automates SSH brute force attacks, automate the process of finding vulnerable servers over the internet, and automate the process of installing malwares into those servers sometimes. They also keep evolving, and there are botnets which are more stealthy these days and may be successful in some SSH brute force attacks. So usually those botnets make the SSH brute force attacks against commonly used usernames such as admin, root, or Ubuntu, etc. And they also perform this attack against the default SSH port, which is 22. So it's highly recommended to change this port to make the job harder for the hackers and the botnets. They also use many IPs to avoid being blocked while performing this SSH brute force attack against those servers which are configured to block IPs or lock a user after several failing attempts of login. So usually botnets stop if default SSH port is changed and default admin usernames are not used. So if you already create a username with full administrative rights without using those names admin or Ubuntu or the commonly used usernames, that means you are less likely to face a successful SSH brute force attack. So it's highly recommended to do so. And in the upcoming videos we will learn how to do that. And the next it's simply the targeted SSH brute force attack, and it could be done by a hacker or a hacking group or even cyber armies. So cyber armies already have the funding and more capabilities to perform such attacks. And usually targeted SSH brute force attacks, when they are performed, they are a bit more sophisticated and more risky. This might happen after reconnaissance done by the hacking group to know some sensitive information or even know normal information which would lead later to a successful SSH brute force attack. So maybe, let's imagine this, if we have a hacking group targeting your business, and you have a system admin who created, let's say, a username with full administrative rights with the name, let's say, David. So reconnaissance and social engineering may lead to knowing this and make it easier a bit for the attacking or the hacking group to perform SSH brute force attack against your business or your server. And sometimes they also rotate IPs to be more stealthy and avoid being blocked. So that was a simplification of how SSH brute force attack works. We will try to test something now. I have created already an SSH or SSH script to perform this attack. Of course, there are already given software. You can find it on Kali Linux, or you can even install those pieces of software which are used by pen testers. You don't have to create a script to test your server, but I just created it to show how simple it can be. The idea itself could be very simple, it's not so complicated. So with a simple attempt, someone can easily perform SSH brute force attack and succeed in that. That's the whole idea of showing how SSH brute force attack works. So I will turn on my server now. So I guess it's running now. Good. So I've created a script. I'll give you a link to this script and a dictionary which I called a word list. So the whole idea behind SSH brute force attack is having a script or a tool to perform this attack and a dictionary. And usually dictionaries are really large files with really large space, and it's not like as simple as this, but this is just to demonstrate the idea. Let's think about this as a very tiny dictionary with leaked IPs, and the script itself looks like this, quite simple. So now I'm going to run this script. You give it the IP of your server, the username, assume that you are, as a pen tester, know already the username and the port number, and you give it the file name of the dictionary, which in our case is word list. So let's try this. Note that it keeps trying, and I haven't yet configured my server to lock this user after several failing attempts. It is just by its default configuration. I haven't changed anything yet, and yeah, let's see what happens after several attempts. So all of these attempts are just failing without being blocked by the server, which is quite dangerous. Or a bit close. So yeah, finally the last password was the actual password. The actual password of my username Ahmed on Ubuntu server, which I have created, and as you see, it could successfully make an SSH login. And if you are, as a system admin, if you want to see the log of the authentication, so let's try less or log auth. Yep. So you can actually view the authentication log to see what's happening on your server. You see that. You can see accepted password from Ahmed from the IP 192.168.2.45 from port 45900. Yeah, so the whole idea behind SSH brute force is not so complicated, but it is yet so dangerous to leave your server unconfigured without activating the features to make it more secure against such attacks. So that was it in this video. In the upcoming videos, we will take actions to make our server more secure and harden our SSH protocol, let's say, or the SSH connection. So, and it's also, I want to give two things before closing this video. Please do not use this script to perform illegal pen testing or perform illegal stupid things. That's the first thing. The second thing is, it's highly recommended to keep your security updates. It's also recommended to, if there is a security update for the SSH server on or the SSH client, it's highly recommended to update them and never wait. Later we will learn how to automatically upgrade the we will learn how to automatically upgrade the security patches or security packages which come. And yeah, that was it for this video. We will see you in the next upcoming videos, and bye bye.